They misread you because they only knew how to read copies. They assumed you were cut from the same fabric as them, chasing the same praise, folding under the same pressures, begging for the same scraps of validation. They thought you were predictable because they live in predictability. But you didn't play by that script. You moved with silence where they expected noise. You chose patience where they expected desperation. You turned absence into strategy where they thought absence was weakness. And now they sit in the fallout of their misunderstanding. They thought you would crumble without their approval. Instead, you learned to walk taller without it. They thought you would be broken by rejection. Instead, you used rejection as proof that you had outgrown them. Their mistake was thinking your stillness was lack of power. But stillness is where you sharpened yourself into something unshakable. They are paying now because misunderstanding is not neutral. It comes with consequences. When people underestimate you, they fail to prepare for you. They assume you won't notice, so they stop hiding their intentions. You saw everything. You let them talk. You let them laugh. You let them plan. And while they were busy underestimating, you were busy building. They are only realizing it now, too late, that the version of you they mocked was just the foundation. The structure that rose on top of it is something they cannot reach. This is why they sit restless at night, running back old conversations, wishing they had paid attention. But the price is already due. Once you stop playing small, everyone who fed off your smallness is left starving. The psychology of underestimation is simple. People believe what makes them comfortable. Believing you were harmless was easier than facing the possibility that you were growing into something dangerous to their control. They wrote a story about you that fit their bias. A character too quiet, too naive, too easy to manipulate. And they clung to that fiction, even when reality was showing them cracks. They ignored the signs because facing them meant adjusting their own position. So they left the truth unopened. You didn't force them to see it. You let reality do the heavy lifting. And now they are trapped in the shock of seeing what they denied. That shock is the cost of refusing to understand someone who was always one step ahead. They are paying the price because misunderstanding you made them careless. They assumed you needed them, so they neglected the respect you deserved. They assumed you wanted their approval, so they withheld it, thinking it would keep you obedient. They assumed you feared their disapproval, so they weaponized it. None of it worked. And by the time they realized their leverage was gone, you had already built a new world where their opinions meant nothing. That's the bitter pill. They wasted all that time trying to keep you beneath them, only to watch you climb past without even looking back. Nothing stings more than realizing your tactics didn't just fail. They exposed your weakness. The price is loneliness for them. It's regret. It's the constant replaying of opportunities they squandered because they thought you would always be there, waiting, shrinking, begging for crumbs. They thought you couldn't walk away. Now they see you can. And worse, you did. They thought you needed their circle to feel relevant. Now their circle feels smaller without you. They thought they had time to keep testing your patience. Now their time is up, and your patience has turned into distance. There is no repair once the game is revealed. They may reach, but every reach only reminds them that the bridge has already burned. Your life became the consequence. Not revenge, not retaliation. Just living in a way they can no longer access. Your progress is the invoice they have to face every day. Your presence, calm, collected, untouchable, is the reminder that they gambled wrong. They thought you were simple. They thought you were soft. They thought you were blind. And now they are left with the reality that misunderstanding you was the most expensive mistake they could make. Because the cost isn't just losing you. It's living with the fact that you don't need them, while they still need the version of you that no longer exists. And here is where you must take the lesson. Don't waste time proving yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. Don't waste your fire explaining its heat to those who call it smoke. Let them learn the hard way. Let them pay the price of their own blindness. Keep building, keep walking, keep evolving into the version of yourself that even you couldn't have predicted a year ago. Because once you embody your truth without asking for permission, everyone who underestimated you becomes proof of your growth. And the most powerful statement you'll ever make is not revenge, not anger, but the calm reality that they don't get to define you anymore. They didn't understand you, and now their misunderstanding is their sentence.